Hello everyone, it is Sunday, July 14th, 2019, and it is hot. Today's video is going to be a story about a buck that my brother was able to harvest back in 1984, and he gave the head mount to Cody years ago, so we're just going to share that story with you and let you see this buck. It's a beauty, and it's a pretty funny story to go along with it. We was going to do a live, but there's no signal where we are right now, so we're just going to video this and share it with you. But before we get to that, I'm wearing my Shooter's Archery shirt. For those of you that don't know anything about Shooter's Archery, it is an archery shop based out of Linton, Indiana. It is ran by Josh and Kristen McDaniel, two well-known names in the hunting world, so their Facebook page is also Shooter's Archery, so please check it out. Leave a comment on there, follow them, let them know Coffee Outdoors sent you. Remember, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell for everyone else returning. Thank you so much for your support. It's greatly appreciated. Let's go talk about this buck. Alright everyone, this is the buck my brother got during firearm season 1984. So it makes this buck what, 30, this mount 35 years old. As you can see, it's a mainframe 9, got 5 points on this side, 4 on this. But he always said he had 11 point because he would always count these two little kickers that it had right here. So 11 point, 9 point. Still a bigger buck than I've ever killed. So the story about this buck is, first of all, this is his very first deer he's ever killed, and he's the only deer he's ever killed. So me and Cody and Justin Justin's buck he got last year was probably close to this. It was wider, but didn't have these nice big long tines like this one has. It's just truly a beautiful, beautiful buck. Now the story with this is my brother had bought a brand new single shot 20 gauge shotgun so he could deer hunt, well, squirrel hunt, then deer hunt with it in that fall. So the day he said he was gonna go back behind my grandma's and go back to where I killed my very first deer, which was a little 7 point back there. I said, you're not going to get anything, you're not going to see nothing back there, because back then we didn't have trail cameras. We didn't see much sign back there. So I said, I'm going across the road. So I went across the road hunting, didn't see a thing. I come in from hunting that afternoon, and Larry just got to the house, my brother, said that he got a big buck. Well, I shook my head and didn't believe him, kind of like when the moron called with his big deer saying he killed a monster. I didn't believe him. So, but as you can tell, I was wrong. Larry was back there for a little while hunting, and where he was sitting, this deer come up out of a holler and was standing broadside to him. Well, he had a perfect shot. He fired that new 20 gauge, hit the deer. The deer took off running. It was a shoulder heart shot, but this deer ran probably 150, 200 yards. And the funny thing is, Larry, being brand new to hunting, had never harvested a deer, 14-year-old kid, followed right along after it. So the deer was running away, Larry was running right behind it. So this deer went through another holler. He went through a field, went into this little ravine, and then that's where he laid down. So Larry followed him there. Then he had that long walk back to my grandma's house, which is where we met up when he told me he killed a big buck. Went across, got the neighbor. he took his pickup. Him and Larry went back there to pick this buck up. And they drove back there, got it. When they brought it back to my grandma's, we all went out there and looked at it, and I couldn't believe the size of this deer. I was truly amazed that there was a monster like this back there in our woods. I just didn't think there was, because you never seen anything like this back then. So they tagged it, took it to a check station, where back then we had to go to a check station where the DNR would check it and give you your tag and all that, so you could get it processed. Where nowadays you can just do it online and, you know, skip a step. So they took it, they field dressed it, of course, back in the woods before they hauled it up, and they took it and went and got it weighed. This deer weighed 260 pounds field dressed. I was just astonished. I couldn't believe it. 260 pounds field dressed. It was a big bodied deer. We never have gotten the rack scored. Of course, any deer we harvest we've never had them scored. You know, any deer's a trophy for us. So size of this deer, the caliber of it, my grandpa told Larry he was going to get it mounted for him, so he found a taxidermist up in Lebanon, Indiana, name of Pratt. And of course, you see it's just a head neck mount, not like the big longer shoulder mounts you can see today. This was the mount of the day back then. This mount then cost $250. So Larry's first and only deer weighed 260 pounds field dressed. Nice big rack, long tines on it. Just an amazing buck. I'm still trying to get one to even, you know, match this caliber. I have seen a lot, but as you know, when you're in the woods, seeing them and getting a shot are two different animals. So if you're lucky to see one, that's a blessing right there, let alone be able to draw back an arrow or fire around at one. The taxidermist aged this buck at 4 years old. So he was a big healthy deer, big 4-year-old buck. Like I said, it was, you know, firearm season then was always around when the rut's kicking off here in Indiana. So, but to be a 14-year-old boy and harvest a buck like this, is just simply amazing. So I was so jealous of him. I've strived every year to try to get one at least match this. Still doing it, so hopefully down the road one to cross my path and give me a shot. I hope you enjoyed this story. I just wanted to share it with you because this is just a truly amazing buck. Thank you for taking the time for watching this video and watching all our other videos. It is greatly appreciated. But this is the story behind my brother's buck. Thank you for watching.